Want to have money, success, and be proud of your work?
Yes!
The key to success is to take pride in your work. This doesn't just mean to like the work that you do. It also means to always do your best. It might seem exhausting or annoying. After all, why put in all this effort?
It's too hard!
Is it really worth it?
I don't have time.
Doing great work with pride always pays off.
If you're doing work with your name on it, it should reflect the best of what you're capable of. The way you work tells people a lot about your character and what you can do. And when people know you can do great things, lots of opportunities open up for you. Pretty much everything you do will be associated with your name.
Did you do this, son?
Yes, sir.
I was afraid of that.
So make sure you do your absolute best and represent yourself well.
Being the type of person who consistently does excellent work will boost your self-esteem, your relationships, and your career. So today, we give you 4 tips on how to take pride in your work.
Number 1, understand what you want to accomplish. If you're going to do your best, you need a clear vision of what you're supposed to do. This will help you make decisions on how to do great work. For some projects, there will be a set of instructions or guidelines.
Can't read Espanol.
Hopefully they'll be written down, but sometimes you'll have to write them down yourself.
I'm only going to say this once. There's 17 steps. We'll do them alphabetical.
Other times you'll be faced with projects that require problem solving without clear instructions. But if you have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish, you'll be more likely to solve problems as they come up. So make sure to understand the goal of your project and have a picture in mind to guide you.
Number 2, be a problem solver. Almost every task can be looked at as a challenge. Once you understand your task, make sure to consider the best solution. By number 1, knowing your audience. And number 2, gathering your tools and resources. Ask yourself, who is going to see my work? What's my audience? What you present and how you present it should also fit the audience. The interests and needs of a school-age kid are very different from a senior executive. If you're writing a children's book, you should not use big vocabulary words that no 5-year-old will understand. Don't use the word cerebrum when you could use the word brain. Don't use the word elated when you could use the word happy. A paper for your geography class shouldn't sound like a text to your homie.
Yo, what up, Professor Dog?
Hand dog, bro. Huh.
It may seem obvious, but oftentimes people get off track because they forget who the audience is.
Well, do better.
It was so original.
It was originally bad.
The topic, style, vocabulary, length, and every other aspect of the project should be crafted with the audience in mind. Part of doing your best work is making sure you have all the elements you need for your job. You might need some research books, tools, or supplies. Not having what you need to accomplish your task can lead to, well, a bad job.
Oh, I need a calculator.
Before you get started, make a list of what you're going to need.
Time for a list. Calculator. Brain.
Gathering your tools is an important part of your strategy. Once you have them, you'll be ready for success.
Number 3, focus and eliminate distractions. Beware of things that distract you. Distractions are like sneaky traps that prevent you from doing good work. These days, it is harder than ever to escape distractions. If you're not careful, life can be one big storm of notifications, messages, ads, and social media, which is why you have to be ruthless in cutting out distractions. Distractions will ruin the quality of your work. They make you prone to errors, and even small errors can lead to big mistakes. Typos, for example, are usually minor, but fat finger errors can have major consequences. The difference of one character, for example, may not seem like a big deal,
It's just an extra letter. What's the big deal?
but it has resulted in some big problems historically, like a NASA rocket exploding in 1962 because of a misplaced hyphen, or losing $200 million on a stock trade because of a misspelled word.
Your typo cost me a fortune. It's supposed to say fee, not free.
You don't want that to be you. That's why you have to focus.
It's all your fault. The rockets are exploding, the markets are falling. Who knows what's next?
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Whether you want to keep your NASA rocket from exploding or just want to get a better grade on your paper, concentrate and don't overlook the details. Make sure you have guarded chunks of time to focus on your project in a distraction-free environment to do your best work.
Number 4, check your work, double check, triple check. Have you ever looked back on what you wrote or texted and thought,
Hey, I didn't say that. I didn't say that!
Everyone makes mistakes when writing, whether you misspelled a word or wrote a different one than you thought. Errors are inevitable. If you don't go back through and check your work, those errors will live on. Straight to your teachers or bosses, or even worse, the whole world.
And in other news, doctors recommend reading a book 30 minutes before bed. Story at 11. What?
Don't let the errors survive. Kill them. Kill them all. Make sure you check, double check, and triple check your work. I know it takes more time and can be annoying, but don't make the mistake of thinking you don't make mistakes.
I don't need to check this. I don't make mistakes.
It happens to the best of us. Even typos and misprints make their way into published books sometimes.
A typo? Oh!
So take a little extra time and find those disasters. You'll be glad you did.
Most importantly, taking pride in your work means doing an excellent job, even if you're not that into it. That's why it's called work, and not a hobby.
And remember, the work you do represents the kind of person you are, and will set you up for either success or failure in your life.
So let's recap. Number 1, understand the goal. Number 2, be a problem solver. Number 3, focus and eliminate distractions. And number 4, check your work. Double check, triple check.
Thank you for watching this how-to video for Prageru. We hope you learned something new, and see you next time.
Oh, didn't see you there. I bet there's a lot of learning happening here today. Check us out on PrageruKids.com for better videos, more videos.
Tape. I refuse to conform to all of the duct tape conformities and whatnot.
That's gaff tape.
It's too hard. I'm gonna move over here. Then I'm gonna go right over here.
Can't read Espanol. How do you read this thing? Anybody? Is anybody out there?
Bro, I'll tell you, bro. Huh. I see you, bro, in prison, huh?
Time for a list.
A typo? I choked.
I don't have time to give 1,000%.